Alright, it's Tuesday again. This week is actually going to be one of my biggest vault openings that I've done. Last week I got more than 72 dungeons in, so I got 3 myth track items, like from the dungeon slots, on all of my characters. Starting with my Demon Hunter, or my second Demon Hunter, the rat one. This one, purely DPS. What we're hoping for is the weapon. Oh, that's the... Or EPS, we're actually hoping for the weapon off... It's the first boss. Yeah, the Crit Mastery weapon. Which we did not get, but we did get a Myth Track helm, Haste Mastery ring, and Myth Track pants. The pants and the helm are both main armor slot. Let's take a look at how much this ring is being worn for Havoc. We're on Archon, Havoc, gear. It's got 8.2% representation, with the Crit Mastery and a Crit Haste one being BIS. As far as the tier slots, like the actual pieces people are wearing, we got chest, gloves, shoulder, helm, pants being the lowest. I mean, there are Crit Haste, which that's fine stats if I ever tank. A lot of mastery, some haste. A lot of haste, some... Going off eye level upgrade, there. I mean, I have veteran. I would have to catalyze either one of these pieces. Ooh. We will go with the helm, just because it has a higher representation over the pants for Havoc. Up here is just normal raid. None of these are really all that important to me. We will go with the helm. And in fact, if well, I guess I don't really need to. I was gonna say, if I catalyze my shoulders, then I can keep this as a Crit Mastery helm. Which, I might. That is an option. That's something I'll have to think about later. Alright. I'm at 12. Both an easy key and a hard key. Depending on what your group is, it could go either way. Just go straight on up the list. For the bear. While that's loading, I'll go ahead and bring up the Guardian Archon page. And I will also bring up the Feral one, just in case I feel like doing a little bit of Feral. We can see based off the stats. So for the bear, we are hoping for the... Well, I mean, it's always going to be hoping for the weapon from Arcara, but I did end up crafting this last week. I did end up crafting my weapon, so I do have a mid-track weapon, so it's not necessarily important that we get the weapon out of the dungeon, but it would still be nice to get. Trinkets, we are going to be opening up in Guardian, because... Trinket-wise, I would not mind the Floodgate one, just to get, like, you know, a lot more survivability from having the Ritual Mud. We would also be eligible for Pacemaker in Guardian. If I was to go... Let's see. If I was to go for Feral Trinkets... Those ones are all available from Guardian. That's available from Guardian. Pretty sure that's available from Guardian. Sacred's available from Guardian. The Empowering Crystal, I'm pretty sure. So everything is available in Guardian. I was thinking like, oh, maybe I see if the... What is it? The one from Falls. This would have been the Feral thing that I would have considered going Feral for the Crystone Idol. But it doesn't have that high of representation for Guardian. So we will open up in Guardian and hope for weapon or trinkets. I could still use the Haste First ring as well. We did not get any of those. But we did get a direct upgrade for our helm from Veteran to Mythtrack, already catalyzed, or already tiered. We don't need the belt because we have the crafted embellished one. And wrists we don't need because the wrists are already our crafted piece with our embellishment, so it's an easy select. We lock in the helm. Oh, not raid warning. Report my luck to the guild. Slap that on. Kara key on that one. Alright, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Going up, we open up the monk. While that's loading in, we'll come over here. Monk, brew. Monk, Windwalker. Alright, so trinkets, pacemaker would be great. Home of Light's Devotion would also be fine. Let's take a look at the trinkets over here. Firstone Idol. I think I'm actually going to open this one in Windwalker so that I do get this Crystone Idol. Just because that's a fairly strong trinket even for tanks. So if I open up in Windwalker, that opens us up for Crystone Idol from Halls. Looking at City of Echoes, being in Windwalker, we're still eligible for the weapon that we're looking for, the Harvester's Interdiction. And of the other dungeons that, you know, we're still going to be eligible for Pacemaker. That's really all. We're going to go ahead and open this one up in Windwalker. We're 710. We did end up crafting our weapon last week. It really did feel good. Ooh. We got a Pacemaker, which I will be able to purchase in 3 weeks? 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we'll eventually get a, you know, the start of the dinar purchasable with the, what's it called? Turbo boost. I could go Burst Mastery Gloves, or Haste Shoulders, which we already have Mythtrack Shoulders. We already have Mythtrack Helm and Chest. The gloves were the only piece that we didn't have at like Hero or Mythtrack for armor pieces, and legs, I guess. From up here on the raid tier, we got hands, and the crit haste ring from Dimensius. Ew. Let's see. Bit of gear. Those Verse Mastery Gloves. Face first. At 2.5% representation, most people are just wearing the tier. The gloves I'm currently wearing have a 3% representation. This is under brew. For Monk, Pacemaker is the trinket that I would want to be wearing, so that's still a great get. I think we're gonna go with the trinket because we'll see other gloves that we can turn into tier, and this one is a specific trinket. Out of the trinkets that I'm gonna swap, I will likely swap out my... I'll likely test out swapping out this one, Ritual Mud, so that I can only have one activatable trinket. And if I don't like swapping out that one, you know, then I'll just swap out the Curstone Idol. So we will go with the Pacemaker. That means I can this, put that up there, move this one back over there, move that there. Monk needs to lose just one more button. I have too many buttons. Alright, I'll say my 3 paladins for last. We'll go to the warrior next. While that's loading, we'll come over here. Warrior, protection. Warrior. So, looking at the protection trinkets. Pacemaker. I already have a tome, so I don't gotta worry about that. Just Pacemaker, Saleas, Backbrood. I know that the Crystone Idol for Warrior is actually not bad either. For Fury, Crystone Idol, stack. Pacemaker, stack. We have our sword from a couple weeks ago. So what we're hoping for is a shield, so we will be opening in protection loot spec. Once I get my shield, then from that point on I will be opening in purely Fury. We did not get a shield, but we did get a Saleas. We also got a Void Pack Stone, where we can take shoulders. So I think the best choice would be to go with the Saleas. Because if we come over here, section, Saleas got high representation, so we're going to be running... We're not actually running the combo we're going to be running with, like, Saleas and Tome. But over here... they aren't really running that combo either with the Crystone and Saleas. I mean, Saleas is always good. Everyone you give your ally some stats, you get some stats. If I was to go with the primary one, shoulders, it would be one though I need to catalyze. I haven't seen any helm. We go Saleas. That's gonna save us a dinar later, potentially. It's a lot harder to get specifically the Slayas out of it. We can get any mid-track shoulders and catalyze them later. So that's it's not a hard choice. Alright. Let's see. Going up to the next character once my computer catches up. Alright, to Vengeance Demon Hunter. My previous main. So, gonna be a lot of the same. A lot of the things running pretty much exactly the same. We're looking for Pacemaker, Tome, Saleas. I will be opening up in Havoc, even though this is my Vengeance one, just because I do want the Crystone Idol. In case I tend to run fairly aggressive. So, you know what? No. Well... Tank trinkets... trinket. So, if we open up tank trinkets, we're gonna get possibly the Codex. We're gonna get Saleas. We'll get the 2 Ecodome trinkets with the Claw and the Lily. Floodgate, we'll get Ritual Mud, Pacemaker. We'll get the Tome of Lights Devotion, Great Single Target trinket. We got Sign of the Priory. Dawnbreaker, we got the Empowering Crystal, which is the right one. And this one, the Ceaseless Swarm Gland, I don't really want. don't really want Harvester's Edict. Sack is fine. So really it's just how bad do I want the verse? I think it... We open up in Havoc. I actually like being fairly aggressive with the keys I'm doing. Alright, so we didn't get any trinkets. We got Mythtrack Boots with Haste Mastery, which... We have hero ones with speed, so those aren't massively necessary. We got the Crit Haste Helm, which is directly a direct upgrade of the one we're wearing currently. Or Mythtrack Chest that we would have to catalyze, but the previous week we actually did get Mythtrack Chest right here with Avoidance, so we take the Helm. That's just a direct upgrade from what we're currently wearing. We do have to catalyze this one though, if we're gonna wear it. Well, if we're gonna wear it as a set, which really we actually don't even need to. Let me just save this so I don't forget that that's my new helm. Yeah, we don't even have to because we have 4 set, so we're fine on that front. Though I do want to make sure that I transmog that because that was an ugly helm. Alright. Doing a quick scan. Opened up on all of those characters. We're going to be opening up on the DK now. The DK is my 1-button project. We are playing Frost only. Things we're hoping for. Stone Idol. Very common theme among my characters, but we're also hoping for a weapon. A weapon would be great. Stone Idol would be great. Pacemaker would also be good. That's the other main trinket for Frost. If we come, well, actually, it's right here. Pacemaker, Stone Idol. I don't think I raided with this character. So we are opening up in Unholy. The reason why you open up in Unholy is so that you limit yourself to only receiving 2-hand weapons. Because Frost will get 1-hand weapons as well. Alright, so we can get Mythtrack Shoulders that we already have. We can get a Mythtrack Neck versus Mastery, which we already have a really good one. Ace Mastery. I think this one might technically sim better. We have a 2-hand versus weapon, which let's take a look-see and see where that stands on the weapons for representation. It's a 4.4. Ooh, did I embellish my weapon? I did embellish my weapon. If I was to remove this, what I would want to do is change this one to, I believe, Dusk or Dawn. Dawn. Double Dawn would be what I would change it to. Let's just take a quick look-see at the ladder real quick and see what people are specifically wearing. So we'll just go top... no, we'll just look through the top 10. So he has the weapon that we have in the vault right now. He's still got a crafted weapon. Oh wait, the guy that's got it in the vault. Dawn Thread, wrist, and belt. Continuing on, we got crafted weapon still. Has a Mythtrack weapon. Dawn Thread on the wrist, and no other? Yeah, no other, well, nope, pants. Dawn Thread on his wrist and Dawn Thread on his pants. Has a weapon. Dawn Thread on the wrist, Dawn Thread on belt. Dawn Thread on the wrist, Dawn thread. No dawn thread on the belt. But he's just got single. He's got crafted weapon. Has a weapon. Dawn thread on the wrist. No other crafted piece. Nope. Has a weapon in our vault. Dawn thread on the wrist. And doesn't look like any other crafted piece besides neck. Oh, he's got the like focusing iris, I think. Crafted weapon with the Rubian patch, on thread on the gloves and the wrists. So definitely dawn thread, definitely wrists being dawn thread. And the other one's kind of up to choice where you put it, it looks like. But yeah. You take that weapon and we just transfer over to dawn thread. And the only thing it really cost me is the the 2 sparks and stuff. So made the investment, getting the investment, like losing the sparks, like able to go up to max with only 15 crests. Because I already spent the crest up to 720. Ooh, an Eco Dome 12, that's an easy key. The question is, do I have... First off, do I have any crests builded? I do. And only 1,000? So we'll fix that look later. Alright, so we've done DK, we've done first Demon Hunter, we've done Warrior, we've done the Monk, we've done the Bear, we've done the second Demon Hunter. Alright, on to the Pallies, my last 3. My 3 mains. Pally, I'm logging on to be already has a Mythtrack weapon. I believe we already have both trinkets as well. So we're just hoping for sword and shield on this one. So we are opening it up in protection. Yep, we have Soleas and a Sackbrid, so we're just hoping for sword shield and any slot that we don't already have a Mythtrack item in. Alright. So we can get a direct upgrade from the ring we're currently wearing. We can get a haste first neck. Or we can get Mythtrack gloves. So here's where we're gonna make a choice. If I take the Mythtrack gloves, I have 4 sparks. Get me to 720 item level to get the discount for the Gilded Achievement. For the Gilded Achievement, that's gonna be Ethereal of the Gilded. Right here. Ethereal of the Gilded. Obtain the average item level of 720 during Season 3. This will make it to where your upgrades for your other characters, instead of being 15 Gilded Crests, will be 10. and you only need a average item level of 720. I have 4 crests, or yeah, I have 4 sparks even, sorry. So if I was to craft neck, both my rings, that's 3, and my wrist, that would make it to where all of those items would be 720, and then I can pick these gloves up. Now this is a very specific choice for this pally that I would normally not do for my other characters. Normally I would grab the ring, because ring is a direct upgrade, it's haste mastery, it's one of the ones I want. If we come over to Archon, and I filter by paladin, protection, scroll down to the rings, it's got a decent representation. However, because I have my other 2 pallies that are also in a very good spot, I think for this specific pally, I'm not going to worry about pulling as optimally. I'm going to go for eye level above the rings I need, because I'm going to craft 2 rings most likely just to get me through. Now as far as the actual tier pieces that we're wearing as a paladin protection, chest, legs, hands, helm, not the shoulders so much. It is being worn, but it's less representation than the other pieces. Now if I come over here and we take a look at, let's just go like this, we'll go retribution, gear set, here, scroll down. Shoulders are even less, so like that's a likely piece for me to change over to a crafted piece. Now let's take a look at what they're wearing in the shoulder piece. Crit haste, haste mastery. Yeah, so I could do anything with this. Like I could wear it or I could craft it. It'll be fine, even if crafting shoulder is kind of an awkward piece long term. So with that being said, we are going to take the gloves. This is a choice. Normally I would take the ring because that's one half the equation. I would still need to get the other ring, you know, leaves rings open in my vault. But we are going for maximizing our item level and utilizing our sparks to get to 720 right away. And it's possible. So we will go ahead and take those gloves. Take those gloves and we'll upgrade them. I offer you my aid. 720. That puts this paladin at 710 natty without any sparks. And then, again, the reason I'm spending my sparks is because we're still maximizing the vault to get us the items that we need to. That way we know what items we're crafting based off what we're getting. And I haven't really needed any of my sparks to do the things that I'm taking in. This value is 2800. Like, not the highest, but still not the worst. So there was the choice that I made on the third pally. And the reason I'm making that choice is because I pulled a mistrack weapon for the 2-hand. I forget how many weeks ago at this point, but I got it early on and it made it to where, like, oh, I actually don't need to do that to craft anything, because I could just upgrade the hero track items to 710. Which, future seasons, that might be the angle I go at, is open it up in DPS until I get the 2-hand. That way I don't have to spend sparks on those. So, second pally, 714, we have crafted. We crafted sword, shield, wrists, and belt. Fairly standard stuff. We already have a helm, neck, shoulders, and chest myth track. So we're looking for pants, gloves, a ring. We have a myth track ring and trinkets. Or sword shield. Those would be welcome as well. All right. So we have gloves. We have feet. We have shoulders, which we don't need to look at. What we need to find out is what the gloves... Oh, it's crit mastery because we just did it. I'm an idiot for even thinking about that. We literally just picked those up. They're crit mastery right there. Do I have a catalyst charge on this character? I would, because this is a catalyst week. We do have a catalyst charge. If I went boots for this, which I probably won't. Which boots are they wearing? Ones that are by Altar, 9.9% representation. The haste mastery ones from Streets is 17. And naturally the Reshi boots are going to be the most popular one. I've yet to get Reshi boots, but then again I don't raid all the time on this character. The gloves it is, we will likely... How much more mastery does this have? 1200. Has less mastery. Well, I will put them on. I don't know if I'm gonna catalyze them or not. I already have the skin set to both the hero and the hero gloves and the mythic gloves, so it doesn't matter when I upgrade them or not. So let's just go ahead and upgrade these. I don't have any crest because this character is kind of basically crest starved. Alright. I'll figure out what to do with those later. On to the main and final one that I will be opening. I know that if you were observant when I looked at my alter ego, I do technically have one more character that is got a reward from the vault, but that's just looking for raid. I won't be recording that. Alright, we are 714. We have crafted the same items. Sword, shield, wrists, and belt. We have a myth track Saleas. We have myth track jewelry. And nothing... Oh, and myth track gloves. So we are opening protection. What we're hoping for is sword, shield. Not a belt. But the chest is nice. Or a signet. I don't actually know what the representation of the signet is for Pallies right now. Not even in... Top there. Alright, so signet fell by the wayside for Paladin, Protection Paladin. So, with that in mind, and the fact that I already have a Saleas, and I have a Retro Forge, I could pick up the trinket. That would complete my duo. I think I'm gonna go with the chest because it's main stat. It's myth track. And it's one of the main pieces we're missing. I mean, it's the most main primary stat. I'm gonna get more strength out of that than I would say the shoulders and boots. These are just heroic raid for these items up here, so that's why I didn't even bother looking at them. And, yeah, that'll be the biggest item level increase for this week, is me picking that up. Alright. Put that on, fix the transmog. Put that all over that one. Apply here in case I need my enchant on it. Ooh. I have 10 shards now. No, I do. Dust. Alright. Go with the maximum crystal. We got the shards already in there. That. Right. Let's go see what the weeklies are. Alright, so it could be the delves. I don't remember if this was there last week.
That's the sound of adventure calling our name.
Might be a delve week. City of Threads. That's unfortunate. That's kind of out of the way. Hey, time walking. Which time walking is it? Pandaland. There is no Pandaland time walking raid, I don't think. Well, let's go see what the PvP weekly is. Arcs and Hollowfall. Go ahead and pick that up too. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my process, how I opened up my vaults. We will do my best to upload. My schedule's kind of changing. Been really bad about actually recording anything besides the weekly openings. And I don't know that you'll ever see me do another vault like that one that we just did. 72 keys was kind of a lot of keys in a week, but hey, I had fun. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye!